But I think the overall geopolitical strategy in terms of focusing or refocusing on Indo-Pacific regions by the United States, the way that I see it, that remains unchanged. So I don't necessarily look at this issue simply from the fact that Rubio canceled its scheduled trip to South Korea and Japan, or Rubio hasn't officially, in his capacity as the Secretary of State, visited Asian countries to indicate that there might be some strategic choice, there might be some shift in focus. Because remember that when Trump's first term, in the beginning, lots of doubt about what Trump's going to do in Asia Pacific. Then he initiated the Indo-Pacific strategy. Then there is a new designation in the Pentagon for the Indo-Pacific. Then there is an Indo-Pacific strategic report issued by the Pentagon. So then Biden administration became into power, and people thought that there may be some shift.
Right.
Then
action not much.
The action remains, and then you see Squad, and then you see AUKUS, so on and so forth. Now, as I alluded to earlier in your show, Trump became president again, and people say, well, maybe there's no more Squad, no more AUKUS, no more Quad. But then you see, we talked about this just earlier, then Quad seems to expand. So I would say that in terms of the Indo-Pacific strategies, as we see as currently developed and continue by the State Department's, the National Security Council, and the security team overall of the United States, I don't see a big shift in focus, and I don't see this as strategic shift. And simply because of the fact that now we see immediate attention on Iran and Iraq and Hamas and Ukraine and Russia. But sooner or later, at a certain point in time, I think it will be the focus will be back to Indo-Pacific region.